Huge shot from PG-13, big night. We've got goodbyes from Dirk and D-Wade, and a surprise one from Magic Johnson as well. Casey Stern, Shaq, Candace, Vince Carter in the building as well, who made his own announcement to start the night, still going to keep playing. We didn't know what would happen with Dirk. None of us, though, knew what would happen with Magic. Here was what he said to the media as he surprised everybody by going ahead and resigning as the president of basketball operations with the Lakers.
So today, I'm going to step down as the president. And I think I don't want to, her and I have such an amazing relationship. And I think that she gave me full power to do what I wanted to do. I'm going to go back to that. My company is exploding right now. And so I have to make a decision, right? Because I can't give both 100%, and that's a tough thing. But I'm good with where I am. I'm happy. I want to do the things I used to do. So I had to weigh both situations, and so this is better for me.
Statement released by the Lakers. There's no greater Los Angeles Laker than Earvin Johnson. Deeply grateful to Magic for all he's done for our franchise as a player, ambassador, and executive. We thank him for his work these past 2 years as our president of basketball operations. Wish him, Cookie, Andre, EJ, Annalisa, all the best with their next steps. Always be not only a Laker icon, but our family as we begin the process moving forward. We'll work in a measured and methodical fashion to make the right moves for the future of our organization. Now, he had said he did all of that without Jeanie Buss knowing. Regardless, Jeanie, classy and then some here. Earvin, love working side by side with you. You've brought us a long way. We'll continue the journey. We love you. So obviously, very classy response from Jeanie Buss to news that we, Shaq, didn't expect. Your reaction to what you heard not only from Magic, but now from the Lakers and from Jeanie Buss?
Well, I know Jeanie Buss. She's always been classy. The organization has always been classy. I'm sure it's a shocker to everybody, but, you know, as Jeanie Buss said, you know, we're going to have a methodical approach. You know, the show must go on. You know, Magic did the best he can do. You know, he has his reasons for stepping down. We still love him. We still wish him well. He's still Magic Johnson. But, you know, whoever comes in, they're going to have a tough road ahead of them. And I said this earlier, but there's a guy across the hallway, a guy by the name of Jerry West. I don't like how their relationship ended. I think this would be a good, you know, testament to the great Jerry West. Come back. We love you. Didn't work out, you know, well back in the day, but just come back because everything he touches turns to gold.
Including the Clippers, who have been turning in that direction. I'll turn here, Candace. The 4 years, right? I mean, we all said that regardless of this season, we said, okay, it's about this coming off season. But now the Magic news, and all of a sudden there's more questions about kind of where the Lakers are.
Well, there's been a lot of questions up until this last end of the season. I mean, it was more so questions with whether Luke Walton was going to be, you know, released after this game. And nobody really expected Magic. But like he said, you know, Magic Johnson is used to being that big brother, used to being that Laker that goes around and helps. And he is a businessman, is very high business around LA, and he wants to get back to doing that. And so I wish him all the best. I think both are in a good situation where they can do what's best for themselves. And, you know, the Lakers got to keep moving because they got a short window. LeBron James is got an off season where he can get his body right, but they got 3 years left where they're trying to win now.
I mean, you know, being fair, I think all this video is just awkward, though, right? Because we expected Vince. Look, if you get this kind of news, this is a big deal. You're going to have Jeanie and Rob Pelinka and Magic and all the Laker brass at a press conference. We know what he means. This was abrupt. Then there's goodbyes as if forget about stepping down from post. He's leaving. It leaves more questions. Now, when you look at the Lakers, the next one will be what happens with Coach Walton and his staff. A lot of expectation that they could be next after this last game ends tonight.
And that's what I'm saying earlier as far as like free agency. Your free agents are looking now like, okay, if there's no coach, you have no coach, you have no president. What's happening now? The health of LeBron. What direction are they trying to go? Obviously, we know they're trying to win, but who are they targeting? It's just a lot of questions that need to be answered very soon.
Shaq, when you look at this now moving forward, a lot has been put on LeBron. What he did, didn't do. Was it supposed to be more than it was this year? What about the pressure on him because he's a recruiter as much as he's a player now for the next few months.
You know, the team they had set up, they were doing pretty well, and then things went haywire. And this just, you know, adds to it. So, but again, it's going to be a tough summer. They don't have a president. I don't know what's going to go on. I would like to see them move quickly to have pieces in place so people, free agents that see, okay, this guy's general manager, this guy's here, this guy's here. I'm coming to something that's stable. Right now it's super unstable, but you know, the only advantage they have is LA, great place to live, superstars in the building, and you got LeBron James. So I think they can get one or two big name, medium name guys.
Well,
that's just my opinion.
We're only a few weeks away from the star at Staples being right here. But the star at Staples right now, the Clippers, kind of a different scenario. We know they're going to, we were just talking off air, 8 seed, 7 seed. They're going to be in the playoffs. You got Doc, you got Jerry West, you got a team that's growing, got a lot of money. It's kind of a weird time in LA that way, considering what one brand has been for so long and the other has always been kind of like the little brother, Candace.
Well, everybody's expectations last year were that the Lakers were going to attract a big free agent alongside LeBron James. And this season, it's the same thing, but I think everybody kind of scratched their head when the Clippers made the move with Tobias Harris to trade him to Philly. Were they going to try to tank? And they're still in the playoffs. So if you're looking at pieces that a superstar could go and join, why not the Clippers? And Shaq said it earlier. Jerry West is a fantastic GM. Doc is a great coach. And, you know, they're together. And so I do believe that the Lakers should go after Jerry West because he has been with Golden State, he has been with the Lakers, he has been with the Clippers, and everything he touches, they win. And so I think that's a big thing. They have to attract a big-time free agent this summer for them to be able to contend and keep LeBron James.
Yeah, just one more on that. How about the state of kind of, as somebody who looks to play again next year and yourself will have, especially the way you've played, options of where you want to go, kind of the state of where we're at now, where we're not talking about necessarily teams meeting with players, but how is the text thread or the dinners, what are those going to lead to with LeBron and then the domino effect? It's going to be a weird offseason that way because there will be a lot of waiting, second, third tier moving down in free agency.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's going to be a lot of waiting and seeing what's happening. Like I said, everybody's waiting to see will the coach be there, obviously, who's going to be the next president. And then you look at the flip side, you look at the Clippers, they're established right now. They're in the playoffs. They have everything set in place. So that's a free agent magnet right now. And that's what I think is going to be the situation. You know, like Shaq, you said earlier, LA is attractive. It just depends on where you want to go. Well, guess what side of the building they're going to go to as of right now.
And culture, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. You look at
culture
Carroll
and tradition,
and Beverly, and all the way they play, and you got Doc, and you got the logo.
But let's not. I mean, we can't act like the Lakers don't have talent.
That's what
I mean,
they culture and tradition.
Yes.
Exactly. They have young talent that they were fourth in the West at one point in the season.
Everybody got
before
hurt.
Everybody got injured, and you all know how much team chemistry affects the way that you win and lose. The locker room is a big part. And if you have this Magic situation going on, Luke doesn't know whether he's going to be there next year. Half the guys on the team thought they were going to get traded. Like the Lakers
by their best player.
The Lakers would be in the playoffs had one or two of those 4 or 5 things not happen.
Just to clarify before we move on, you do not want the president gig, right?
No.
Okay. Just want to get that.
Give it to Kobe.
Okay.
He'll do a good job.
Okay.
Him or Jerry West.
Okay. I like that. A guy you know as well, speaking of former teammates, and D-Wade with his final game at home. Would it be it? Heat trying to hang in. They'd win and need help. And neither of those things would end up being where they wanted to go. But what a response from the city to Wade County. And early on, Vince, he didn't wait long after this serenade going around when he first started playing. We saw, what did you think of the way he played this year as we put up 30 here from D-Wade tonight?
I mean, everybody said, we played them. I said, man, you look like you could play 2 or 3 years, which he had said, yeah, I could play a couple of more, but he's ready to move on. And I mean, when you're kind of when you can feel that I've accomplished everything and I'm ready to move on, I'm ready to move on. He definitely has a lot of basketball left, but he can walk away on his own terms, and that's what we all want as basketball players.
That 14 at the half lead was 19 at the break. UD in the game. D-Wade back to work, Shaq.
Yep. You know, he's playing, listen, every now and then he had performances like this. And, you know, Father Time is undefeated, and I'm sure for D-Wade, he would like to be the old D-Wade every night. But so when you get to be this age, you don't really have those games every night. But tonight is his last game. He's the type that once he puts in his mind that he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And tonight he put it to his mind he was going to have a great game, and he had a great game.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Candace, spoiler alert, which we'll get into, but earlier in the night, obviously the Pistons' big comeback win eliminates Miami, so we won't see D-Wade in the playoffs, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was hoping that Miami would make the playoffs, especially